Hey everybody, it's me and Stella hanging out, and this is Krakum, and Stella, the pit bull corgi. She's over here getting some relief. She got her flea medicines renewed today, so we're working on one of her lingering infestations that we're trying to get straightened out. She's just, I think she's having her first day of rest. Anyway, so she's the subject of today's dog side of the vlogs and dogs second segment for this week. For now, I'm just going to move forward, and first off, I want to thank everybody over the last 10 days or so for all this love and support. Sherry and I have been obviously not available for public viewing or content, and we've been concentrating on a sad issue. We have Mark set up. His memorial is set up. I'm just going to pass that information along one more time, and I'll be including some other information in terms of, I'll be very frank about this. Mark died suddenly, and we still have no cause of death. So we were entirely not prepared for this. You never expect a baby to be stricken, and I think that was what not only but our youngest was taken, but the very same day Sherry and I contracted COVID. We've been sick. We got in immediately, took Paxlovid immediately, got on that right away. We are 5 times vaccinated. We're not understanding why we were able to contract it so quickly, but I really think that there's some dangerous strains going around or something new. And we'll know more after the toxicology of Mark is done, because I honestly feel that it has something to do with it. I don't get out, and I don't talk to people. I avoid people by a rule, and I just, for me to be as quickly sick as it was when it happened, because I started going down Wednesday evening, to me that just places gestation and initial contact times back a few days. So we just don't know enough. And we actually had an incident today where Sherry was in for a workers' comp assessment and x-rays. She broke her wrist in a fall at work before the issues with Mark. So she's going to be getting some compensation there, and getting some support on workers' comp because she suffered it on a job. So that's moving forward. We still have lives. We still got to move forward. Sherry needs health care, everything. But we do have the arrangements set for the 19th of November. The service will be at 2 p.m. It will be in the Community Bible Study Church in Nucla, Colorado. It will be, or it's also known locally as the Cowboy Church. The zip code there is 81422. I don't have address details, so I imagine if you want to send flowers, you should be able to work that out with your florist or whatever. I was going to mention that I'm going to also list a GoFundMe for Mark's memoriam, and if anybody could possibly see their way to help us make Mark's final expenses. We don't have a lot to cover, but Colorado's very funny about the undertaker being paid up front, and it's just an old Western thing out here, and it's something we have to deal with. And we had no life insurance on Mark, so we just didn't expect any problems. With enough on that, we move forward and discuss what I feel I promised you people many times. I would not do this, but I am going to get political. Why? Because they're still doing it. Watch my representative sit there and call me a loser because I voted for another candidate. I'm sick and tired of that. And it's just getting disgusting. It's going to be more of the same crap. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I am happy that the Republicans are not getting all the God-given power they think they were getting. They honestly felt they had enough power to impeach. This is crazy. As an independent, this needs to stop. We need to get back to rational political discussion, because I detest people that are overzealous in belief. I also detest people. If people believe in things and believe in Christ and so on and so forth, not even going to go there. That's your life. That's your privacy. That's your deal. But to watch somebody that darn well isn't religious, shove it in your face, mock it, tell they're going to make decisions in government who don't understand the separation of church and state in our Constitution. And then, just act like a radical, quite frankly, a radical, I'll leave it alone. She is, obviously, I live in Warren Bober's district, and I hate it. It's embarrassing. She acts like an impetulant child with a less than junior high education. And it's just embarrassing. There's no decorum. There's no professionalism. And guess where she's fighting this battle and weighing out this election? She's not in Colorado. She's at Mar-a-Lago. She's waiting to party with the boss if it goes right for her. And I hope it doesn't. So I saw Frisch fell behind a bit today, but he's catching back up. And they're saying that we still have a lot of Democratic areas that are not reporting yet. So we'll see. I'm hopeful because Caravelli pulled it out, and she was behind last night fairly significantly, and it turned around for her entirely in the 8th district. I don't know if that's the proper name enunciation, but the 8th district, if it existed before, I know everything's been reshaped, but that side north of Denver out in farmland always used to be heavily Republican, but there's more and more liberals moving out there with the housing market, so it's really not a shocking shift. Anyway, so I know a little bit about politics. I try to stay out of it, but I used to be a Republican, honestly. And not until did I get sick and suffer a loss of, a major organ rupture and things like that. And I wound up with no insurance in ICU and all this, and just found out exactly how poorly people without money are treated. And where I, basically had to leave Las Vegas or die. And when you encounter that kind of existence, it changes your political views. I'm an independent. I don't trust anybody because I think there are Democrats out there that make bad decisions too. I love guns, but their definition should be the way that it was back when I was a kid. Everybody had bolt actions and revolvers. There are no semi-autos out there. They're unnecessary. They kill people. That is a direct killing machine. Why do you think the cops bought them? So, I used to be a gunsmith, so I'm just going to do us a favor and not discuss it, because I believe that not only are sex, religion, and politics forbidden discussions among people that you're not familiar with and should probably not even discuss with your wife, so is gun ownership at this point. I'm tired of hearing about it. If you own one, great. If you hunt, great. But I still stand by the position that I used to work on the M16, and the AR-15 has no business in a civilian society. None. It's designed to kill humans. Every side of it. Just because there's a sear in it that doesn't allow it to go full auto, that now everybody can print on 3D printers and take care of them all by themselves, and the information's out there, and turn them fully automatic in no time flat. Plus, now the AR-15's in a 308 bore. Plus, we've already accurized it with other manufacturers. You have high performance models out there, some in very large bore. So it's disgusting. There's no need for it. Everybody hunted just fine on bolt actions. That's all you need. Some areas in this country are only allowed to shoot with a shotgun because it only goes a few hundred yards. So it's pointless to me. The argument about gun ownership has completely morphed to something where radicals have taken it and wrestled it to the ground like a slobbing pig, and they ride it like the bitch that it is. And if you don't like that description, that's exactly what it is. Because owning a gun has nothing to do with freedom. Owning a gun has nothing to do with being a patriot. There are plenty of people in this country in the past centuries of our existence that we're risking at losing with all this bull crap, that have both been patriots and heroes and never carried a weapon in their life. So, look at that medic on Hamburger Hill back in Korea. Yeah. He was even a conscientious objector, but he still served his country. He did it proudly, and he saved his fellow soldiers, dozens of them, even though he went to the brig for some time for his beliefs. Don't need a gun to be a man. Don't need a gun to accomplish anything. And most of the people that own the guns around here, or that of that caliber and make, don't even hunt. They build big trucks and throw their money at diesels and do other manly things, I guess. I guess that's not me, but that's even changing. But one of the reasons why we're leaving here, and since our son is gone, and we are we're just gonna go. There's nothing to save here, so we're prepping the house. We're talking about using it for rentals. Weighing our options there. Do we want to come back? Do I want to do maintenance? Do I really want to see the place again? And the decisions are becoming more logical and easier as we move along through the mourning process. So, when I first approached it with Sherry, I just told her we're going to deal with this in 60 days. And I think that she's adopting to it. But she has certain questions, and that's what I do. So I just try to point things out, and I want to make it as easy as us financially. And I honestly think part of Mark's purpose, or if there's reason to death, that Mark wanted to make sure we were cared for. And I think he knew significantly that he was not ill, or not well. I think he knew. He was asking some very tasking questions of me over the last 90 days or so. He point blank asked me about when my gallbladder ruptured, because he wanted to know if that happened. And then we got into a subject, and he said, Mom told me one time that you would actually die. What's it like? I just had no idea that would be relevant to him, or he was seeking genuine information. I thought he was worried. Mark wasn't very good at discussing his inner feelings. He expressed it through his thoughts, his happiness, his love. And we're dealing with replacing those gaps Mark provided. We're alive. We're getting healthier. Sherry's got her workers' comp stuff going. She's getting a wrist cast soon. She did break her arm on the job site about a week before Mark passed. And we're just glad that the workers' comp stuff is moving forward, and we're going to get it done. As far as our plans, we just don't know. We've got, again, the service is in Nuclear at the Community Bible Study Church, or the Cowboy Church. That's on Highway 90, I think it is, going into Nuclear. It might be 90 or 97, I can't remember the number. But it comes out of Natarita. Natarita is, Nuclear is more or less not totally chained to Natarita as a one-road entrance, but it's only one of 3 entrances to the town of Nuclear. And so they're kind of bound together, and we're kind of like twin cities, I guess. One's in the ditch, one's up on top of the hill. That's about all I got for tonight, because I can't keep, I'm usually better at keeping frames of references. I'm still in mourning. I'm getting stronger. I feel better. My COVID's over. If you feel you're catching COVID, please still test. It's out there. And when you test, or if you do test positive, go get to your clinic and talk to your doctor, get screened. If they validate the test, they'll give you a prescription of Paxlovid, and you take a 5-day run. It's absolutely free. They don't even charge you for the visit, and they'll refund your copay of where we were at, because the government's still paying for all that. Take advantage of it, and it worked. And I'm blessing that bright young lady that helped invent the virus, or the vaccine for Moderna. She's also the lady that worked on this medicine too. So that's what I've researched, at least. I'm not guaranteeing I'm correct. So if you need to correct me, please do. That's all we're going to have for a day or so. Like I said, we're getting the house cleansed, if you will. It's just really kind of, you got to change patterns. You got to change the way things look. So we're getting that done. We have visitors coming, and a load of people will be coming to a very small town in a few days. So we hope to see everybody there. If you can't go there, please look in the descriptions below. We have areas down there where you can help contribute to his final expenses. We're not asking for a print sum. We just need some help. We're not trying to take anybody, if you know what I mean. So I hate these things. I usually give up on them. My wife's running it. And even cremations are just a lot more expensive these days than you realize, and we're caught a little short-handed. So any help you can provide can definitely assist us. So thanks for watching. Stella is relaxed back here. She went and disappeared on me again, so you can look at the groggy eyes. I think she's getting relief because she had medicines today to help with her visitors, and she's feeling a lot better, and they're not bugging her anymore. So, and she's getting a night of rest, I think. So much going on. This minor infestation of fleas came in, and we got to take care of it. So that's all I got for tonight, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. And oh, I do have a couple more minutes. I apologize. My plans is I will be starting this season's service schedule and refilming a lot of the winter services because it's that time of the year for the trike. I just have a little bit better skill at movie productions and mixing and merging images and pictures and things like that. And the old series are a bit hokey, ran a bit long. I want to polish them up and just do like highlight videos along the way. That's all I got, though. I just want to let you know that now that we're moving and progressing with life, I'll be returning to my work with servicing, providing fresh copies of service videos, and working on other stuff. I'm still going to fly without Facebook. I'm sick of that place. So, thanks for watching. Have a good night. And, please, I'll probably say this for a while, but make sure you hug your family and your kids before you go to bed tonight. You just never know when it's going to strike. And, you just have no feeling what it's like for your baby, grown child, to die, and to find them with worse. So please, love and hug your kids. Peace. Have a good night.